Great news, everybody. The World Cup, it broke the all-time attendance record. 4.6 million fans packed into stadiums, shoulder to shoulder, screaming essentially into each other's open mouths for 90 minutes at a time. The bad news? The measles are absolutely fangirling over all of it. And look, last year was already the worst measles year in this country since 1992. 2,200 cases, including the largest outbreak in Texas since the measles was declared eliminated back in 2000. 2 little girls, 6 and 8 years old, died in that outbreak. And this year, it's on pace to beat it. Over 2,100 cases already, with a fresh outbreak moving through 6 Pennsylvania counties. And now, we have millions of international visitors that are rotating through packed stadiums in the middle of it. And a lot of them are in places with low vaccination rates. Dallas County's health director told reporters plainly that even their small handful of cases trace straight back to international travel. And look, credit where credit's due, that department has genuinely stepped up. Better data systems, food vendor inspections, mosquito traps at the airport, they're doing all of that despite what's going on in Washington, not because of it. And you've got the Cheeto Chiefs handpicked health secretary, brainworm RFK Jr., who pulled roughly $12 billion in federal public health grants, with more than $11 billion of which states were using specifically to track infectious diseases.
Do you realize that last year, the United States had the highest number of measles cases in 30 years? That the last time we had more than that was before
the whole world did.
Measles.
The whole world did.
Yeah, we were the leader, Mr. Kennedy.
We still are. We have a 92% vaccination rate. We have one of the highest vaccination rates for measles on earth.
And then the Doge cuts fired around 70 of the CDC's actual disease detectives, you know, the officers who respond to outbreaks in real time. And then they had to quietly unfire them in the mid-outbreak in West Texas. Oh, phew. They called them back in the middle of the outbreak. That the cuts made worse. You're firing the fire department while watching your kitchen catch fire and then calling the same firefighters on their personal cell phones acting like nothing happened. Hey, Gary? Hey, man, look, crazy week, right? So I've got this thing in my kitchen. You mind helping me out? I mean, that's what we're doing to these experts. And genuine question, by the way, does this plunging vaccination rate play into your choices, especially travel? Like, if you take your kid to a packed stadium right now, knowing where vaccination rates sit in some of these areas, are you still going to do it? Put it in the comments. Let me know. And look, Texas's response to 2 dead children was to make it easier for parents to opt out of vaccination requirements, not harder. Governor Abbott sat through an entire press conference without mentioning the outbreak once, while it was actively killing kids in his own states. And I know all you MAGA idiots out there are going to say, and there are some truisms to this, that there are no outbreaks in the actual host cities of the World Cup. It's not reported yet. But that is a credit to the local officials grinding through all of this with what's left of their budgets. But so far, no disaster in specific areas is not a health strategy. It is simply a coin flip that local governments are covering with their own 2 hands while Washington looks the other way. And look, these travelers, they are not staying in one area. That could be why international travel is contributing to the outbreaks. And look, subscribe, because if that coin flip lands the wrong way this month, the people who cut the funding will spend August swearing nobody could have seen it coming, and we are going to have it covered.